So finally a decision has been made. Kylian Mbappe will stay at PSG for another 3 years. Up until the day before the news of the decision emerged, neither his current club nor current suitors at Real Madrid knew exactly what was going to happen. He had reached agreements with both of them some time ago, something confirmed by his mum and one of his representatives on Friday. Nothing had been signed, but the terms were all set. Both clubs were willing to pay €150 million as a signing-on fee, and both accepted he would have the majority of his image rights and wages of €40 million. And that on Friday, after the last game of the season against Real Betis, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez informed his club's players in the Bernabeu, changing rumours that Mbappe would not be joining. Real Madrid had long been helpful. They would sign France's World Cup winner this summer, and they were really confident this would be a culmination of the flirtation that started when Mbappe burst onto the scene in the Monaco team that reached the Champions League semi-finals in 2017. Even when Mbappe chose PSG back then, his people insisted to Real Madrid that he would end up there one day. The information and my Spanish colleagues had hearing from Real Madrid's side of things that they were completely confident, they were convinced it was all wrapped up, and they felt that was his word. And that's what Ganin Balaguer said. He had a long admired club from the days of a child when he had posted Cristiano Ronaldo's and Real Madrid's on his wall. So the big question is what changed. Mbappe's decision is not entirely motivated by money, but that had played a big part. About a month ago, PSG went really strongly and said they were offering a massive signing on fee to stay for 2 more years. That was their proposal, and that's when Mbappe said publicly that new elements had come into the equation. His family went back to Madrid and stated, how about a similar signing on fee? The Spanish champion said they would match it. There was also negotiations about image rights. Real Madrid would always want 50% of these because they had to go well below the figure to convince Mbappe, or at least they thought he had been convinced. The suggestion from the French media is that PSG might have gone even further with the signing on fee, plus offering with other advantages Real Madrid couldn't match, including more control over sporting decisions, future deals with Qatar, etc., etc. PSG's proposal is less dramatic than it sounds because it's something that happens with big stars anyway. They do get asked about managers and big transfers, especially at PSG, where influence of the manager is smaller than other places. While his mum and dad are his closest advisors and deal with his affairs with a close help lawyer, ultimately, the decision is completely up to him, and there's been a significant change in attitude. The link between this year's Qatar World Cup and the Qatari owners of PSG is a clear one. The pressure from Qatar has gone to the political authorities in France, and even French President Emmanuel Macron got involved, putting pressure on Mbappe to stay. Not so long ago, there was very clear indications that PSG entourage that nothing was changing his mind about leaving. Even when there was talk about one of his idols, Zinedine Zidane, coming in as manager, it was said that he was not be enough to convince him to stay in Paris. But all these impressions had changed over the past few weeks, and the PSG players started to think he was staying. From a purely footballing point of view, one element Mbappe might have considered is whether he can win a Ballon d'Or at PSG. For this to happen, he would need to have a near-perfect Champions League campaign, with PSG scoring 10 goals or more and winning the tournament, fighting with the likes of Real's Karim Benzema, Erling Haaland now at Man City, and Dusan Vlahovic at Juventus. It is harder to win an individual trophy at PSG, but it may well be that it still ends up in his hands at the Bernabeu. Of course, his age is not an issue because at 23 he knows he can stay for a couple of years at PSG and hit them win at least a Champions League trophy, then go to Madrid and have 5 or 6 years at his absolute peak. For now, Madrid, it was an embarrassing conclusion to their pursuit of a player who would have been their first cast iron Galactico since Ronaldo's departure in 2018, or you could argue the first one since Hazard joined in 2019. They will have to explain it to their fans somehow. Perez has been exposed by this, given the month of confident briefing from the Madrid side that the deal would happen and waiting for Mbappe's arrival has slowed down their squad planning in other areas. We will probably hear again that this is a confirmation that Madrid and other illegal teams can't compete when they call state clubs. Real Madrid will try to make it clear the club did all they could to get in. Now Mbappe's decision has been made. You might be thinking, would it be universally greeted as great news for my PSG supporters? But remember, they have whistled their Paris-born striker this season. Of course, the fans will celebrate, but there is such disharmony outside the club that PSG will have to do much more to keep everyone happy. Big decisions still required, perhaps finding a new manager and director of football. Though Mbappe has had a very good relationship with current boss Maurizio Pochettino. For now, there has been enough to satisfy Mbappe, and they will hope that it is a catalyst for them to finally win the Champions League that they crave so dearly. Anyway guys, that's the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, rate your thoughts, comments down below, forms for things which me for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel, and I'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!